I wanted to chat about, because every year whoever's in the mid-majors will kick and scream that, we should be a two-bid conference. And I was just going through some of the mid-major conferences, and I think the pickings are very slim as to who could be a two-bid team. So we'll start with the Mountain West. We're just talking about Boise. So you got Boise at 17-4. I mean, if they continue to play the way they're playing, even if they lose in the Mountain West tournament, you got to get them in because they are one of the best teams in college basketball. Wyoming, who I mentioned, the Cowboys, 17-3. You got San Diego State at 12-5, and then you got Colorado State at 16-3. Really good game, really good team. I watched Wyoming and Colorado State play last night. David Roddy had a chance, and I love David Roddy. I think he's going to get a chance to play professionally somewhere. I don't know about the NBA, but certainly G League in Europe, and try to work his way up from there. But 1.6 seconds left. He's at the free throw line. If he hits both, Colorado State wins, beats Wyoming. He hit one of two, so you can't really say he choked, but didn't get the job done. They go to overtime. Wyoming ends up pulling it out. So you got to think, I think all four of those teams are deserved to be in the NCAA tournament. So I think one of them is going to win the Mountain West, and then so that could be one of your mid-major two bids because I really believe the Mountain West is the best mid-major conference. So you could see one of them there. The other one, we just talked about OVC. So Morehead State won it last year. Morehead 17-6. They're really good. Jai Broom, love him. Really nice player. Belmont 17-5. Now Belmont had an argument last year because I think Belmont won about 20 games in a row last year, but choked down the stretch. Well, Morehead ended up beating them. And I don't think Belmont is the team they were last year, even though they have pretty much the same roster. So you could maybe argue they get a shot, and then if Morehead could beat Murray State, maybe Murray State has an argument to be an at-large, but the OVC, maybe a two-bid league. A10, no chance in hell. Talked about Davidson. Davidson 17-3. I can't see them getting an at-large. You would be wrong if they got an at-large. So the second and third place teams in the A10 right now, you got George Mason at 11-7. I've watched them, just an average basketball team at best. And then you got VCU, who I've loved VCU over the years. We all have. We all love seeing, VCU in the tournament, but just 13-6 right now. And I don't believe they're good enough to be a two-bid league. And then you got the West Coast Conference. The Zags, obviously they're getting in. If they get shocked, and I'm talking shocked because the West Coast Conference is down. So if Gonzaga gets shocked by someone, certainly they're going to get into the tournament. So there's your two-bid possibility. But aside from that, I don't believe BYU is good enough, nor do I believe St. Mary's is good enough. And they're going to get consideration, just kind of over their body of work over the past decade. But if you actually sit down and watch BYU and St. Mary's, horribly average teams, don't have athleticism. Very well coached. You'll give them that. Randy Bennett is as good a coach as you find in college basketball at St. Mary's. But aside from that, I don't believe they have the talent. But if one of them ends up pulling a Buster Douglas shocker and knocking out Mike Tyson in Tokyo, we'll see. But I just can't see the West Coast Conference being a two-bid league other than the Gonzaga failing in the tournament. And then the MVC, Missouri Valley. So Loyola Chicago, who was ranked 2 weeks ago, have lost back-to-back. They lost to Missouri State behind a 40-point performance from Isaiah Mosley on Missouri State. And then they lost over the weekend against Drake. I watched that entire game. And so I just can't see them being a two-bid league right now because it's not good enough, right? So, Drake was the MVC favorite at the beginning. I've been saying this for about a month now. I really believe the third or fourth seed in the MVC is going to get through. I don't believe this is the year that the one seed gets in. So who knows? Hey, if Loyola keeps slipping, they could be the third or fourth team in the MVC, but certainly not going to be a two-bid league.